I'm calling to order this hearing a roundtable. This is a public roundtable of the Committee of the Whole of the Council of the District of Columbia. I'm Phil Mendelson, Chair of the Council and Chair of the Committee of the Whole. Today is Monday, October 20th, 2025. The time is 1:09 p.m. Did I already say Monday, October 20th? We are in room 412 of the John A. Wilson Building. I'll repeat that, room 412. This hearing is being recorded and will be available on the council's website, www.dccouncil.gov. The subject of this roundtable today is consideration of two resolutions for appointment by the council. The first is PR 26. Let me start over. The first is PR 26-20, entitled The Commission on Health Equity, Dr. Simone C. Ellis, Appointment Resolution of 2025. The second is PR 26-311, entitled District of Columbia Judicial Disabilities and Tenure Commission, Dr. Maria J. Donahue Valeka, Appointment Resolution of 2025. The purpose of this roundtable is to afford the public an opportunity to comment, if anyone wishes to, as to the fitness of these nominees. It is also our purpose to hear testimony from the two nominees to ascertain their interest and ability to participate when appointed. Initially, the notice for this roundtable today was only with regard to PR 26-311, and we added PR 26-20. The stated purpose of PR 26-20 is to appoint Dr. Simone C. Ellis to the Commission on Health Equity as a non-voting Ward 8 Community Advisory Member. I introduced this nomination on January 3rd of this year. Dr. Ellis would serve at the pleasure of the council. The Commission on Health Equity was established to provide comprehensive recommendations to the Department of Health, to the council, and to the mayor on addressing health inequities across the district. The commission consists of strategically positioned leaders with expertise in areas like health equity, social determinants, and health disparities, social and human services, and vulnerable populations, early learning and education, minority communities and population health outcomes and improvement, economic and community development, and ecology in the natural and built environment. The issue of health equity has been of a concern to the council for a number of years, and we very much would like to see that disparities with regard to health disparities are closed or eliminated in the city. The stated purpose of PR 26-311, the second resolution and nomination for appointment pending before the committee. The purpose is to appoint Dr. Maria J. Donahue Valeka as a member of the Commission on Judicial Disabilities and Tenure for the remainder of an unexpired 6-year term to end May 5th, 2029. The commission was created by the District of Columbia Court Reorganization Act of July 29th, 1970, and its jurisdiction significantly enlarged by the District of Columbia Self-Government and Governmental Reorganization Act of December 24th, 1973, and the Retired Judge Service Act of October 30th, 1984. The Commission on Judicial Disabilities and Tenure has the authority to remove a judge for willful misconduct in office, for willful and persistent failure to perform judicial duties, and for conduct prejudicial to the administration of justice, or which brings the judicial office into disrepute. The commission also has the authority to retire a judge involuntarily if the commission determines that the judge suffers from a mental or physical disability which is or is likely to become permanent and which prevents or seriously interferes with the proper performance of duties. The commission also may, under appropriate circumstances, censure or reprimand a judge publicly. I will note that folks who are in the before the judicial system and are unhappy with the decision of a judge do not have the Commission on Judicial Disabilities and Tenure as an option for appeal. With regard to the substance of any case, the appeal is with the Court of Appeals, not with the Commission on Judicial Disabilities and Tenure. With regard to these two nominations and today's roundtable, the record will close at 5 p.m. on Monday, November 3rd, 2025. So anyone who wishes to submit comments has until 5 p.m. on November 3rd to do so. We will begin with Dr. Ellis. Do you have an opening statement?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you proceed?
Great. Thank you for your time. All right. Good afternoon, Judge and members of the DC Council. I'm a family medicine physician. I serve in the district. I have had the privilege of serving patients across the lifespan from birth until the age of 103. Each patient interaction has provided me with valuable insights into the diverse and often challenging realities of our community. Living and practicing in the district, I see firsthand the stark contrast between the have and the have-nots. It is quite the complex environment marked by both opportunity and neglect, and I'm committed to being a voice for the populations who are most affected. There is much work to be done, and I am dedicated to contributing to the Commission's efforts to the best of my ability. Thank you for your time and your consideration.
Thank you, Dr. Ellis. We don't have a copy of your statement. Could you provide that, please?
Sure.
And also, we sent you some questions before the hearing. I don't think we've received those answers. Can we get that as well?
Yes, I did send them in today, but I'm more than happy to answer them here as well.
I'm not going to go through all of them. There are three I will ask you.
Okay.
But if you sent them today, did you send them to Mr. Washington?
Yes, I believe so.
I think he's looking for it right now. The questions I want to ask you are, first, do you have a sense of how much time this commitment will take?
I have a good sense of the amount of time. There are about quarterly meetings and it requires some afternoons and evenings depending on how it's scheduled. And then in between, there may be some tasks that they ask of us to utilize our network.
Do you have the time and commitment to participate fully?
Yes.
Second question, do you know of any possible conflicts of interest that could arise during your service on the commission?
No.
I don't think there would be any. If any were to come up, what would you do?
I would disclose them.
And if advised, you would recuse yourself.
Sure. Yes.
Do you have any outstanding liability for taxes, fees, or other payments to the district or the federal government or any other
No.
state or local government?
No, I don't.
I always ask those questions. I think that's the one on taxes is in our pre-hearing questions. Years ago, the council appointed somebody or confirmed somebody. Turned out they owed a lot of money, and it was kind of embarrassing. Give me just a second. Dr. Ellis, could you resend those answers?
Sure.
Yeah, Mr. Washington's looking and he can't find them.
Okay.
I do not have any other questions for you. Thank you for your interest in serving. As I said at the outset, this is an important issue that the council would like to see much more progress in reducing health inequities in this city. So you can stick around or not. I'm going to turn to the second nominee, but do please send your statement in those answers.
Okay, will do. Thank you so much.
Sure, thank you. Dr. Valeka, would you come forward? And I believe you have a statement because I have a copy of it. Do you want to begin?
Push.
Now it's on.
Great. My name is Maria Donahue Valeka, and I'm trained as a neuroscientist and was a professor at two universities, first Yale and then Georgetown, directing research and teaching and mentoring college and graduate students. In the last chapter of my career, I served as senior university administration, first as dean of faculty at Georgetown and then Dean of Arts and Sciences at William and Mary, positions with considerable supervisory and budgetary responsibilities. My husband and I have lived in Washington, D.C. for almost 20 years and raised our sons here. We love being part of such a vibrant community. And every 2 years, when I am invariably called to jury duty, I appreciate our court systems. There are many parallels between the processes in a university setting around granting academic tenure and the review of judicial appointments. Those that I have developed and followed on transferring tenure, examining reappointment, and addressing faculty performance are quite similar to the work of DC's Commission on Judicial Disability and Tenure, albeit in a different arena. I would welcome joining the work of CJDT, contributing to this important assessment of our judges and learning from my colleagues.
And then the rest of this is your answers to the questions.
Correct.
Thank you for that. I'm going to ask the same questions of you that I just asked Dr. Ellis. You have a sense of the amount of time that will be required?
I don't. I tried to look online and didn't have a clear sense of that. So
Okay, well, whatever it is, do you have the time and the commitment to participate
I
fully?
have more time than I know what to do with, and I'm happy to participate.
All right. Do you have any sense of a possible conflict of interest?
I don't, because my professional life has been so separate from the courts. But of course, if there were some conflict of interest, I would recuse myself.
And do you have any outstanding liability for taxes, fees, or other payments?
I don't.
And as I recall, you were recommended to us by one of the judges.
Right. Who I don't know personally. Someone else sort of funneled my name up to
Yeah.
this, and I think it's Catelli. Is that the right name? Colleen?
Yeah, doesn't matter exactly. We don't need
Okay.
to go too much detail here. The commission, let me see, the council has one nomination, and
Yes.
typically we have appointed a doctor. Now, you are a neuroscientist. That doesn't disqualify you, not at all. But the way we've looked at the commission is that we want a breadth of experience.
Mhm.
And as I recall, there are a couple of judges on the commission, and but there's somebody who has some knowledge, I'll say, of science
Yes.
or medical science. So that there's just that perspective that comes as well, and when there's discussion with regard to if there are any issues
Yeah.
with judges.
And so my understanding is that there's sort of three components of this, of the commission's responsibility. One is reappointing judges for a second 15-year term. The appointment of senior judges to 4-year terms, and then sort of the assessment of any kind of disability related with.
Yeah.
And I think that as a neuroscientist, I certainly have a better sense than most of what cognitive decline looks like. And I live in a house with a physician, so I've received some medical insights from osmosis over 30 years.
Okay. Give me just a sec. I don't think I have any other questions for you.
Okay.
I appreciate your interest and willingness to serve. This is an important commission. We did have somebody whom we had appointed who resigned recently, I think for personal reasons. And so it's important that we fill this position,
Okay.
and I appreciate your willingness.
Good.
So I'm going to leave it at that.
Good.
If there's anything else, you have until November 4th to submit it, November 3rd. And I'll say that as well to the public, that the record will close at 5 p.m. on Monday, November 3rd. Time is 1:23 p.m. and this roundtable is adjourned.
Thank you. Quick and
Thank you. I'm almost embarrassed how quick.